Three, two, one. Stop! Don't do it! The people! Hello. Welcome back to Nefarious Reels. I'm Superman or Clark Kent, depending on if I'm wearing glasses or not.
And I'm beloved director David DeCoteau, baby. He never misses.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's back.
hey. I clapped when his directed by David DeCoteau popped up.
I did a 15-minute can style ovation
Uh,
because I was that excited.
mm-hmm. Uh,
And I think this is our first David DeCoteau Lifetime movie,
yeah.
I think.
We can delve more into that when we get into
But
that
we'll get into that
discussion.
later. Because we gotta start off with the retro pick, aka mine. And we are going to talk about 1987's Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Cause that's what he's for. The quest for peace.
He is Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Oh, so that's why they call it that.
Oh my god, is that Superman 4 The Quest for Peace?
Yes. He is Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. But yes, The Quest for Peace obviously takes place after the events of Superman 3. And it's obviously the 80s, so there's the whole global superpower dilemma going on. And, Superman's trying to help basically solve world peace. So he does what, the most logical idea is take every nuclear warhead, throw into the sun.
And they just call it a day.
Yeah, just call it a day. Nothing. World peace is taken care of. Movie ends.
Yeah, he
Oh, wait, no,
completed
it
his
doesn't
quest
actually.
for world peace.
But then Lex Luthor comes back and he's like, no, we can't have world peace because fuck you, Superman.
Fuck
And
you,
now
Superman!
I gotta create a new villain. And it's Nuclear Man, who's powered from the sun. And, he's there wanting to fight Superman. He's got, cat-like fingernail claws.
He's got them Yask Slay Queen nails.
Yep. And he is also gonna have one weakness, a very big weakness, shadows.
Yeah, if it's a hot day out, he's fucked, because either he's gonna be really hot and sweaty, or he just dies.
Yep. But yeah, that's basically it. He fights Nuclear Man, who wants to destroy Superman, and yeah, what did you think about this one?
Well, it's at least better than Captain America. I don't know. I think in comparison to like the other three Superman films, this one's like, I don't know, kind of like the least Superman like. I feel like. Well, no, that's not true. There's the third one.
Mm-hmm.
The third one's just a Richard Pryor movie with Superman in it. But I think
Yeah.
this one's like the lamest. I feel like, cause like his quest for peace, the Superman 4, the quest for peace, uh, is completely separate from like Nuclear Man entirely. Like the only way those plots ever get like connected is when Lex Luthor's like, "Okay, I'm gonna put your hair on a missile that you're gonna throw into the sun," and then there's Nuclear Man, and that's the only time. And then once Nuclear Man shows up, Superman for the quest for peace. Kind of just stops caring about that because he's got to beat the shit out of Nuclear Man. Oh, also, that entire like opening sequence, I was waiting for like, I don't know, like a Final Destination death to happen. Like that they fall over, they knock over all the telephone booths, and then fucking the penguins roll out, and like one catches fire, and then like the old man loses the dog and grabs something completely different. I was waiting for someone to get crushed by like a fucking pane of glass, or like fucking hit by like a semi truck or something.
Yeah, that would have made it more interesting. But of course, no.
Yeah, like all that carnage happens and Superman doesn't do anything. Instead, we focus on Clark Kent, and he's just a lameo loser nerd. He wears glasses. He's not cool like Superman. You don't see Clark Kent for the quest for peace.
Yeah, it's Superman. But at the same time, have those two ever been in the same room?
I mean, they've been pretty close by. Well, I mean, like they
I
almost
mean, they are
were.
pretty good friends, to be
Yeah, they're
honest.
pretty good
But
friends. The problem is every time one of them shows up, the other one's like gets busy or get wrapped up in something. That's like
yeah,
really
they
unfortunate.
got something going on, you know. Which I mean, I get it. People have priorities, but it's also a little lazy if you think about it. But don't let one of them hear that, or they'll be a little hurt.
Clark Kent, he's just doing his best. You know, you can tell he's really simping for Lois Lane, but he's like clearly friend zoned. Like, bro, give it up. You're not the alpha you believe you are. Unlike Superman,
Yeah, you're just a dweeb who types on a
you're just
typewriter.
the Sigma, and Superman is the alpha.
He is the alpha male. He's the Giga Chad who can fly super fast.
He's got them laser beam eyes, and he's got that like cold breath.
He's got incredible strength.
Yeah, and there's like probably some like fifth thing that I can't think of. Oh yeah, he
Um,
has his like kiss that can make you get amnesia.
yeah, he's got that, which was interesting. Did not know he could do that, but hey.
I mean, thank God, like Superman's like a good guy. Like, imagine if like Dennis from Always Sunny had that power. Well, if he had that power, it would probably supersede like the Dennis system or the implication. My joke's just a swing and a miss. I'm like 0 and 2
Ha ha
right
ha ha
now.
ha ha ha. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You don't have to fake laugh for my sake. But yeah,
Okay.
it's like the Daily Planet, like it's picked up by like a tabloid. Like there's a lot of like storylines, but they don't really like ever connect for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like in Superman 2 where the entire plotline of John Lennon just takes over everything because Superman's just too Clark Kent slash Superman is too busy fucking simping for Lois Lane,
He's
which
too
is fucking
busy dating
funny.
Lois Lane. Yep.
That honestly, I think Superman 2 is great because it's like the funniest movie. Superman 2 is the funniest movie easily in my eyes. And then three's
I would disagree, but
well,
I can see.
which one do you think's the funniest?
This one.
Oh, this one.
Quest for Peace.
Yeah, I don't. I unfortunately I do not get that. Like I think Lex Luthor is a bit of a downgrade because they ditch his old cronies, you know, Otis and like that like hot babe that like betrays him, but like also works with him in the next movie anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then they replace him with the guy from Two and a Half Men, and he's like a little silly, but he's no Otis.
I don't think, yeah, anyone's gonna, replace that, but it's just weird to have that weird, subplot where it's just, oh, he's just Lex Luthor's nephew and he's kind of a bumbling idiot.
He's just like, oh yeah, dude, totally radical. We're gonna like beat Superman. Oh my god.
Yeah. We're gonna do everything to stop Superman.
But yeah, the Daily Planet gets buys up by like a tabloid thing, and like they're just like, we gotta sell the headlines because that's all the people read, and then they'll buy it and they'll look at it. And there's this
Mm-hmm.
new reporter, not like editor, like the person I don't remember her fucking name. Was it like Amelia or something? I'm gonna say it's Amelia.
Yes.
Oh wait, did I get it right? I'm gonna assume I got it right. So Amelia ends up getting the
Wait.
hearts for no.
Yeah, let me. Not seeing an Amelia. There's a Lacey.
It's probably Lacey, but I'm already kind of committed to saying Amelia now, so I'm just gonna call her Amelia anyway. So Amelia, she's like the daughter of like the guy who just bought the newspaper, and she's like totally in it, but she also has the hearts for Clark. Because that
Yeah, she's
childhood
got the
friend,
hots for him.
yeah, because that childhood friend that he met up with in the third movie, yeah, she's just like dead or something. I don't know. She died.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, but like everything sucks, you know. They're just like, guys, we need to build more nukes because the other guy said that I have a small penis and I'm not having that.
I'm not dealing with that.
This is not an overcompensation. This is like
I'm
legitimate here.
totally not doing this because I'm insecure, obviously.
And it's just the whole thing, and then a kid that I thought was the childhood friend's like child. I thought it was him, but I think it's someone different. He's like, I'm gonna
Hmm.
write a letter to Superman. He'll fix everything.
Superman.
Superman,
Yeah, I know who could help. Who? Santa Claus? No, Superman.
Superman.
Aquaman.
Think of it, it'd be a complete different movie. Imagine if he did write to Santa and Santa's real, and then like the whole movie is like Santa like putting nuclear arms in his like his sack or on his sleigh and like flying it into the sun like ho ho
Anybody
ho.
anybody who decides to say I don't exist will get a certain present.
Oh, you're not getting any kind of coal. You're getting special fucking radioactive coal from the nuclear weapons I dismantled.
It's gonna be a big surprise.
Haha, you were naughty, so you have cancer now. From all the radiation.
Nice.
Haha, you're dying. The newspaper prints out, it's like, kid writes letter. Superman tells him to drop dead.
Ah, yes, I loved when they started basically doing improper practice of just being a media outlet and making up stuff all during the whole segment, just, spice things up, obviously. But
Superman
and
says,
Superman's like,
L
hey, I didn't
ratio.
say that. Here, I'll show you why. Yeah, he says ratio.
Superman says, you have no Riz.
You aren't cool like me.
You
So
are
here
a Sigma. I am the Alpha. Yeah, but Superman goes, they bring the kid out to New York or Metropolis, and then Superman shows
Yes,
up and said,
Metropolis,
I
not
told
New
you to
York City.
drop dead, and now I'm here to finish the job. And he grabs the kid, fucking flings him into the sun with all the fucking nukes.
Yeah, very interesting choice there, but
Superman becomes evil Superman like he did in the third movie.
he's back to that drunk phase.
He's got that fucking like 5 o'clock shadow
He's flicking peanuts again at the
at the bar.
glasses. At the bar glasses.
It's me,
No, not the bar
Superman. I'm
glasses,
evil
the
now.
bottles.
Throws little kid into the sun. Gets drunk.
Not
Yeah,
give a fuck,
yeah.
just like everyone else wants to.
Everyone loves Superman because he goes to the UN. And he's like, "Hey, bitches, I want to talk," and they're like, "Okay, who wants to hear Superman talk?" And every country's like, "Hell yeah!" Superman's like, "Okay, listen, guys, I'm taking all your nukes and I'm just blowing you all up. I'm kind of a little sick of you guys, honestly." That little kid writing me a letter, that was the last straw. I told him to drop dead, but that I meant that like in a universal sense. I meant like all of you.
It was a joke, guys.
It was just a joke, guys. Come on.
Man, you guys cannot take a joke anymore.
Once again, the fucking woke libtards are poisoning your minds, and I gotta set it straight by blowing you all up with nukes. That's just what I gotta do.
Superman, really going off the deep edge.
Superman, the quest for peace by any means necessary.
And only one man can stop him. Ethan Hunt.
Oh, I was
Yes,
gonna say
this
Lex
turned into Mission
Luthor.
Impossible.
No, it's funny. IMDb had a little trivia thing saying that Christopher Reeve's like his biggest regret was this movie, and I always think it was like not the third one that you were only like partially in, the Superman 3, the one without Superman because it's mainly Richard Pryor.
Yeah, it's mainly Richard Pryor, and you basically turn into Mr. Mopey Pants and a drunk.
It's honestly why with the third, like the third movie in and of itself could have been Nefarious Reels recommendation, honestly.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but then I was like, this one a little more just because of its infamy.
Yeah, it has like the bigger reputation. Like we didn't
Yes.
know. We didn't know that 3 was the way it was. Like if you look at like the director of Superman 3, he directed a lot of Richard Pryor films. So it feels like he just wanted to make another one, but the studio wanted him to make a Superman 3 movie, and he had an idea. He's like in the show where he's just like, "Oh no, I have 2 obligations I need to complete with 2 different people. I know, I'll do both at the same time." It felt like that's what he did. It's like, okay, if I can't make my Richard Pryor movie, then you guys can't get your Superman 3 movie.
Superman movie.
I am on.
Yeah, that's.
I wonder if there's like a Richard Pryor cut of Superman 3. where it's just all the Richard
But
Pryor
it's
scenes.
actually Richard Pryor's Superman.
Where they stitch together all the main Richard Pryor scenes and just edit out Superman completely, just to see if they can have like a
A
complete movie out
Superman
of
movie
it.
with no Superman. That would be something.
Yeah, it's like the Agents of Shield show where it's about like the Agents of Shield and not like the superhero people. It's like that.
Yeah, because who wants to watch something with watch an Avengers type show with the Avengers? Like,
Not me, that's for sure.
yeah. But yeah, obviously once Superman gets rid of everything, obviously world peace is, I guess, achieved, and then Lex Luthor's bringing some warmongers to his place to try and, flip the script a little bit.
Yeah,
Get
he's
some
like,
other change involved so they can all profit while still creating that hysteria.
we get the
of
iconic
everything
scene
going
where
on.
he sneaks onto the military base with the one of them, and he's just like, okay, he's like, we have to delay the launch. He's like, no, we don't. Do it anyway.
No,
And then he
I
just
got
presses the
authorization
button and
right
launches it like immediately.
like he never gets checked at all. They're just like, okay, yeah, you're good. You can come in. Like it's that easy to get into a secret military base.
He was the general's
Okay,
plus
actually,
one.
maybe let's not say that out loud. Maybe I should try that. No, I would be in prison.
Yeah,
Satire.
it's satire that you'll go to prison because you're just that good at sneaking into military bases. Hear that? Agencies watching this, Cole is admitting that he can easily sneak into a military base.
I can neither confirm nor deny those allegations.
All right. Oh yeah, but they successfully make a nuclear man with his
Out of the
epic
sun.
nails.
Yeah, his epic nails. He already comes in with a full-on costume. He's got Sith lightning coming out of his hands, but it's gold. And his main goal is to obviously destroy Superman.
Destroy Superman and bang Amelia. Cause like
Yeah, he's
he has
also
the
very
hots for her.
horny.
It's the only connection to the whole fucking newspaper plot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot a joke I liked at the beginning where Lois Lane's reading a French book because she thinks she's gonna go to France for a story, and then she keeps speaking French, and then Clark Kent goes like, "Why is she speaking French?" Because it's really just kind of out of the blue. No, she's learning to speak French even though she went to France in like the fucking second movie, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the second movie because that's like kind of the opening section. In the third movie, it's Richard Pryor the whole time for those first like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I don't know why she's like learning basic French now. She already knew basic French at like in the second movie. Man, I can't believe the director of 4 did not plan out the continuity with the other films. Oh my god.
What? Crazy. It's like he almost had a storyboard, but just decided not to look at it.
Also, weird thing, Jimmy Olsen, because he's in all 4 of these movies, and he's just like, yeah, we did, because at the end they get the newspaper back. And he's like, yeah, we did it. This is what a newspaper's be like. It's like, Jimmy Olsen, you didn't do fucking anything this movie. In fact, you didn't do anything in any of these fucking movies.
All he does is take pictures. That's it. That was his whole role.
And he barely did that.
No, he was too worried about Superman.
About the Superman.
Yeah, he was waiting for the new soup flavor to drop.
He was just like, where's my New England clam chowder? And then Superman comes over. He's like, here I am. And he throws a fucking hot bowl of clams and broth into his face. And fucking scalds him alive. Ah! But that got cut out because it was too realistic.
They didn't like that representation, okay.
You know, Big Soup, Campbell wouldn't allow it.
Campbell's and
Marlboro cigarettes. You know, the wild thing in that fight scene, I remember that scene, the Marlboro truck breaking thing, because it was in middle school. They had one of those anti-smoking videos they showed us, and it talks about like smoking companies that like product placements with like smoking stuff. And one of them, they reference the one where Superman gets thrown into the Marlboro smoking truck.
wow.
What if after he gets thrown
was
into
this
it?
like a dare thing, or
I don't
was this just
remember.
like
I just remember they talked about
Okay.
like smoking being shown trying to trick kids into smoking by showing them in movies.
That's funny.
What if Superman just like, the only way I can defeat him if I get to smoke the wonderful cigarette of a Marlboro, and he lights a cig, and he blows smoke, and Nuclear Man defeats him.
Marlboro. It can defeat all your enemies.
It can solve all your problems, but only if you buy a lot of them.
Saves.
Smoking kills. Weaklings.
Only if you're a little pussy beta male. Be a Giga Chat Alpha and smoke to defeat your enemies. They don't even want to get close to you.
Yeah, but like after that, Nuclear Man gets formed. He has Lex Luthor's voice because fucking Lex Luthor is such a narcissist. Oh my god, I used to think he was cool, but then he gave Nuclear Man his own voice. I'm like, damn, Lex Luthor,
yeah, he's
you lost
very
touch.
Narcissistic and full of himself, definitely. But yeah, he's like, I created you, obey me, and Nuclear Man's like,
fine,
fuck you,
I guess.
have to.
Yeah, Nuclear Man fights Superman, and then Nuclear Man gives Superman Ligma.
Yep, with the cat scratch.
Yeah, he showed them claws at Superman, and he's like, "Oh, I'm fucking sick. I got the Ligma." It was I who got L-ratioed, not the little boy.
And then Superman is claimed dead. Because they're like, no, now who's gonna save us?
Oh, I love that scene where they think Superman's just dead. Oh, you know what? Let's beat the shit out of this guy. Let's beat our Nuclear Man. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, this guy's probably more powerful than us, but you gotta take on the whole damn
city, you watch this
man
fucking destroy everything. He's like, hey, you mess with him, you mess with us. You mess with all of New York.
I was about to say, it's like that scene in Spider-Man 2, when Doc Ock is trying to get to Peter, and then that one guy's like, you get to him, you gotta go through us.
Oh, I was thinking of Spider-Man 1, where the Green Goblin's like got the tram car, and he's just like, make your choice, Superman, and then everyone's throwing garbage at him.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a good one too.
You are not so different, you and I, Clark Kent.
You mess with all of us. Because we're New York.
My favorite part was during the fight when the Green Goblin comes in with the fucking tram car. He's just like, when he shows up in front of Nuclear Man, he's like, we're not so different, you and I, Nuclear Man. You're made of green, I'm green.
And also, oh yeah, Green Goblin. Remember when he was trying to get the McRibs back on the menu?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his little side plot that they went through.
Yeah, he shows up like, Lex Luthor, we can join forces, that we can bring the McRib back to its former glory.
And Lex Luthor's like, nah, I just want to destroy Superman. That's
I think I just want to destroy Superman with a Nuclear Man.
That's all I want to do.
He's like, they'll love you until they hate you. And then he fucking flies out on his glider. And then Spider-Man shows up and he's like, pizza time. And Lex Luthor's just like, oh, nope, you're late. All the pizzas are free.
I'm not paying for those.
Yeah, I'm not paying for those. And then Walter White shows up and he goes, I am the danger. I am the one who knocks. It's just like characters keep coming in and out. Yeah, and those the pizza on top of LexCorp.
Endgame-like. You know?
Yeah, and then Richard Pryor shows up. He steals all the half cents from LexCorp. He shows up in it too.
Yes.
Yep, that happens. That happens in the movie.
Yep. Source, trust us.
Yeah, source. Because I said so. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, source. Yeah, because I said so, and everything I say is true.
And then Turkey shows up and goes, gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
That's what I call foul play.
Yeah, after fucking Superman gets scratched and gets the super cancer, Turkey shows up and goes like, that's what I call foul play. And, he shows up, and then at the end of the movie, Turkey goes, when the fucking, in the nuclear plant, burst open, instead of Nuclear Man, it's Turkey. He's like, do I smell sequel? Ha!
Yeah. Yeah, but then we get the epic fight between the two on the moon, which was pretty cool.
It was very patriotic when Superman put the flag back up, and I was like, God bless America.
You just did your military salute, just going.
I stood up, I saluted, I paused the movie, I saluted for 10 minutes straight.
I did it through in the entire credits, showing my patriotism. Superman, American icon.
Oh yeah, Nuclear Man also wants to bang Amelia, but Amelia has the heart for Clark Kent.
Yeah, he wants to bang that the daughter of that new newspaper guy. He's very horny for her, but then Superman's like, no, she wants Clark Kent's dick, not yours, you creep.
No, I'm gonna throw you into the moon, bitch, through the elevator.
And then we'll fight up there.
And
Like men.
it looks like Nuclear Man wins, and he successfully captures Amelia. But Superman chases after him. I guess Amelia doesn't need air to breathe. I guess because she's a demon succubus from hell, so she doesn't need air to breathe.
Well, her dad is one of like the rich elites, so definitely doesn't need air. I think that's a very fair assessment.
Mm-hmm. And Superman just beats Nuclear Man, throws him into the shade, and then Nuclear Man's like, "Fuck my one weakness," and then he just fucking dies.
Not the shade.
No,
Imagine if
Superman
he saw Shadow from Sonic the Hedgehog. I think he would quiver in fear.
Nuclear Man's one weakness is Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yep.
Yeah, specifically, Superman moves the moon in front of the sun, causing a solar eclipse.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Nuclear Man. But you're saying that this movie isn't scientifically accurate?
I know, crazy.
No fucking way.
I mean, then again, Superman in the first movie, he literally flies out into space to reverse time on Earth because he was pissed that Lois died. So he's like going around and around and around, trying to reverse time, make sure she doesn't die, but like could cause a lot of other ramifications with the rotation and everything else. But no, he's got to get that Lois sussy.
And then he got friend zoned anyway.
Yeah, then he got friend zoned, and then he's like,
"What if when he got friend zoned, he would read time?
You.
What if when he got friend zoned, he rewind time a bit more, and then fast forward it so Lois Lane died again?" He's like, "Fuck you! Like, I love Jimmy Olsen more.
Jimmy was my boy. We were homies.
Yep. I'm gonna kiss him goodnight. He wouldn't friend zone me."
So you just gotta kiss the boys sometimes, you know?
Yep, sometimes you just gotta kiss the boys.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be a boy kisser from now on. Mwah. That's how Clark Kent kisses. Mwah. And then you forget everything about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Does he get the girl at the end of the movie or no? I don't remember.
No, not that I remember, but then he also just then Superman talks about the quest for peace, obviously, and just peace in general, just so
he was like, guys, if you just bitch enough,
sing Kumbaya.
The leaders of the world will get sick of it, and it'll just give you world peace. Just fucking do that. Just bitch and moan enough. I don't know. I'm just a guy in a fucking costume.
I'm just a guy who wears a leotard, you know?
And I threw all the nukes in the sun, but like fucking you guys didn't fucking stop making nukes, so like, you know what, fuck it. Just fucking kill yourselves.
Yeah, I did all of this and you are just this dishonest with me. You just why do you hate me, guys? Like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. You all literally said I was dead. I was gone for like a day. Like, what the fuck?
I had to use the bathroom, alright?
Is it because of the fucking General Zod thing? I just let him take over the world because I was sipping for Lois Lane for like a week?
Yeah, they're probably mad at him for that.
Yeah, that's it. They're just holding that grudge forever. Also, the president aged up like 20 years between the second film and the fourth film. Unless am I supposed to assume there's been a change of presidencies at this time?
I was about to say, it could have been elections and...
Nah, General Zod assassinated the president off screen in the second movie. Or maybe in the Donner cut.
General Zod in disguise.
I mean, General Zod's fucking dead. He fucking died. He got punched into a wall and just like fell to his death.
That's what they want you to think.
General Zod is General Zod coming back for the new Superman movie?
The James Gunn one? I don't know.
I hope if James Gunn is just remaking Superman 2, I'd just be happy because I love that one. That's my favorite. Which Superman of the four is your favorite?
Of these four, it's gonna sound very normie-like, but I do like the original, the first one.
That's fair. That one's like a close second to me, but like the second one.
But Superman 3 is the worst.
Superman
3 was just so boring. It's just a big pile of nothing. Like, I didn't really. I mean, it's interesting when he reconnects with that one girl he kind of had thoughts for in high school, but it was just like, oh my god, I don't care about some of this high school reunion stuff he's going through. I know he's writing something about it, but man, can we not?
He's like, oh, we're having a reunion on top of this massive fucking tower that got built 5 months, completed building
Ugh,
5
it would
months
be such
early.
a shame if someone,
Threw a penny.
attacked it.
It'd be a shame if someone threw a penny off the roof.
Yeah, we're all just trying to have fun and
Come on
dance.
to the dance floor, Clark. Put my hands up and shout.
Shout,
On the glass floor,
shout,
dancing floor.
hey.
Hey.
Get a great skyline view. Celebrate your engagement. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Oh, hey, look, what's that kid throwing that penny for? Oh my god!
Hey, what's up with that?
What we're trying to say is that you should watch Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yes.
But to be back to Superman for the Quest for Peace, I would say in terms of the more recent superhero movie stuff, I do think it's better than Captain America. The plot's a little bit more cohesive, and I can follow along with it, and it can be a little funny at times. But overall, I find this one to actually be the worst one. The Richard Pryor starring one,
Yeah,
I think is unique. I can say that it was. I don't think I was ever really bored with it. I don't think it was good, but I was invested enough because of just how different it was compared to all the other movies. Okay, let's see how this is going. Even the cover is weird. They have, because it's the one where he's Superman's carrying Richard Pryor, and that's in none of the other films. I feel all of them, it's
really
mainly
just flying usually.
Yeah, it's just Superman and he's flying. The second one has General Zod and his two cronies coming after him, which is a fair one because those are the main antagonists of the film. And then all of a sudden, it's just Superman carrying Richard Pryor for some reason. Why? I don't know.
Because we just got to advertise they got Richard Pryor for Superman 3, I guess.
It's such a weird ass cover, but in a sense that I really like it because of how shitty it looks. Because it's just him carrying fucking Richard Pryor. I'm staring at it. It's so shitty, but I love it.
I mean, it is kind of funny.
It is pretty funny. Ranking all the Superman default letterbox posters. Number 4. I think I'm gonna actually. Let's see. Number 4. I think I'm actually gonna give it to 2. It's my least favorite. Then I think I'm gonna give it number 3 to the 4th one.
Okay.
Number 2 is Superman 3. And then the first film gets the top spot. I think that one's actually a really iconic one.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize that's why Gene Hackman sounded familiar, who plays Lex Luthor. It's because he also plays Royal Tenenbaum in The Royal Tenenbaums, a film that I think is all right. I said all I think I wanted to say about Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
A Quest for Peace.
Oh, damn. Fucking Eugene Hackman passed away back in February.
Yeah, R.I.P. Gene.
Yeah, rip. I really liked you as Lex Luthor in the second movie. Because that one fit you more comedically. That's an issue I have with kind of Superman. If there's a flaw I put in the first Superman, I think Lex Luthor is a little too goofy. I kind of wish he was a bit of a more serious antagonist. I think he fit a lot more in the second one because I think the second one is fucking hilarious. And the fourth one, I guess he kind of fits because the premise itself is a little goofy, but I still think he's weaker in comparison.
I will agree though. In Superman 2, it is kind of funny how Lex tries to push himself into Zod's group, just be like, "Hey guys, I have had a confrontation with
Blood
Superman
thinks he's
before,
part of the group.
You might need some experience on the team. I mean, yeah, I might have been defeated and put in prison, but hey."
It's like that meme, the one that's "Oh, yo, bro thinks he's part of the team." That's what it makes me think of. I love it's like, and what he wants. He still wants the fucking beachside properties. That's fucking hilarious.
He is very just committed to that. He really just wants that beachside coastline California property.
Except he does it now. He wants just Australia. It's like, why would you want Australia? It's just like only like one part of the country is inhabitable, and the other is like.
Maybe he saw Kangaroo Jack, saw the talking kangaroo, and then he's like, I need that.
And he's like, I'm going to recover the money that Kangaroo Jack stole for myself.
Money, money, money.
I also love when the president kneels and he goes, "Dear God," and then Zod just goes, "Zod." Like, not in like in a threatening way, but like in a way like he's like correcting them. He's like, "Oh no, my name's Zod with a Z, not a G." Yeah. Also, as weak of a film the third one is, it has probably my favorite line, I think, out of all of these, is after Richard Pryor is just like, yeah, the thing didn't work, and then he goes like, I asked you to kill Superman, and you couldn't complete a simple task.
But hey, he got him to start drinking, so I think you gotta give Richard Pryor some credit there.
He made him evil Superman. Where he drinks, he's a bit of a jerk.
Raging alcoholic Superman.
And he likes women.
Yes.
But yeah, you got anything else to say about Superman 4?
No, I think I said my bit.
I think I said my bit too.
All right, so let's move on over to your pick. Take it away.
Oh yeah, my pick. Ooh, baby, I'm so excited. So, I had the modern pick, and I decided to recommend 2019's The Wrong Cheerleader, because it's Pride Month, so I had to recommend a David DeCoteau film, naturally. And I've been meaning to recommend The Wrong Cheerleader for a really long time, actually. I actually own the film physically. It was in a fucking DVD pack, 5-movie pack. Let's see, I have it near me. Yeah, it's called it's like a cheerleader movie pack called Cheer Rally Kill 5-film collection, and has Identity Theft of a Cheerleader, The Secret Lives of Cheerleaders, The Cheerleader Escort, Undercover Cheerleader, and The Wrong Cheerleader. And the
that all David DeCoteau directed?
No, just the Wrong Cheerleader.
Oh.
But the most shocking thing of all with this cheapo 5-film collection is it had subtitles built into it. I had the options of fucking subtitles. Yeah, I was just as fucking shocked as you are.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. They actually fucking cared. Like, you know, round of applause. They did it. People. Good for them. I'd buy a second copy just to support them in their endeavors.
Just because they implemented subtitles.
Yeah. Charles Band could never.
Fuck you, Charles.
Yeah. But yeah, we've covered a plethora different of David DeCoteau films. We've covered some of his Full Moon stuff, his like early work. We've done his more homoerotic films,
his Rapid Heart work.
Yeah, his Rapid Heart works. But he's got a ton of Lifetime films, and it's like I feel like it's like I have to at some point recommend it. And it's like I think The Wrong Cheerleader. I think it's the first, and if it's not the first, then it's definitely one of the earliest ones that he did. And so The Wrong Cheerleader, basically there's Becky, and she basically applies to try to become a cheerleader, run by the coach, Vivica A. Fox.
Big friend of Cool Cat.
Yeah. She successfully does it, and she gets introduced to Rob, who falls in love with her.
Definitely not 30.
Definitely not 30. And,
definitely not a 30-year-old in high school. Definitely not.
It's her first boyfriend. You know, she really feels like they have a connection, but there's something about Rob that she doesn't know about, and will she be able to figure it out before it's too late? Who knows? Cole, what'd you think about The Wrong Cheerleader?
It was all right. Definitely better than the other Lifetime movie we've watched for Nefarious Reels, obviously.
The Secret Life of Sex?
Yeah, the Super Seduction, the porn addiction movie.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean, there
quote
is no
unquote porn
Clinky the
addiction,
Clown
but it's
line, but they do name drop the wrong cheerleader twice.
they do at the end, and I was like, oh, they did it.
And
I had my Peter Griffin moment. Ah, he said it.
I clapped, and then I clapped again even harder.
I had a 30-minute standing ovation for that.
I wasn't even sitting. I was just giving it a standing ovation from beginning to the end of the movie. That's why I need the subtitles on, so I actually can see what was tell what was happening.
You could hear while you're just clapping and just wooing
I
every
was
time.
clapping so loud I couldn't actually hear the movie, but I had subtitles on, so it was fine.
Makes sense. But yeah, it's pretty enjoyable. I mean, definitely nothing out of the ordinary when it comes to cliche high school drama dilemmas and so on and so forth, but
I love we got the
it's not
appearance
the
of
worst acted movie I've seen. They actually were competent in a way.
I watched it and it's like, yep, this certainly does feel like acting from a TV movie.
Exactly, and I wasn't expecting much more.
I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something and I forgot what it was. It was before you talked about how good of acting they were, or at least they. I'm trying to think. What was I saying before you talked about the acting?
Shit.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I was gonna say I loved we got a cameo of the DeCoteau house. Because that's the house that they start off in.
I was pretty sure it was the DeCoteau house, but there was again that part of me that was like, "Is it?" But I was like, "Oh, thank God." Okay, now that I am, now that it's confirmed, I'm like,
I don't know if it is
100%,
100%, but I'm fairly confident. I think the thing is we're used to seeing it like in the brightness of the day, and it was definitely a little darker, so it was like a less recognizable. But I recommend some of those rooms. I recognize the stairs. That is the classic DeCoteau house. But it seems like they only shot it for a couple scenes, like that one at the beginning. Because I think after that they used a different house, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple different houses they use later on because David's probably just going, yeah, I got to use this for the other movies I'm doing.
My other 10 films, I got 10 other productions going on at the same time. We can only shoot like a scene for the Wrong Cheerleader.
Yeah, so we can use it just for that opening scene, you know? It won't take long.
The Wrong Cheerleader showed up and I clapped. How did you feel?
Something's going on.
I love that there's a decent amount of Vivica A. Fox. They could have just had her in for like 1 or 2 scenes and called it a day, but she's in it a decent amount.
Yeah, she actually does have a prominent role.
Yeah, as like the coach, and she's just like, hey, if you need help anything, what's happening? What's going on?
And also, do you got your pepper spray?
Oh God, that I want to save that for when we talk about the ending of the film. Oh, but man, ooh, so good. It's not #1 best ending, but I feel like I can slot it in like top 10 best Nefarious Reels endings. Like actually, like fucking peak.
So kind of up there with our iconic Beware Children at Play,
and like Ginger Dead Man 3 with fucking Hitler showing up.
Oh my God. Yep. That happened.
That just happened.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the Sigma? But yeah, we got Becky, we got her friend Jen. They're gonna try out for cheerleading, but oh, there's someone weird in the locker rooms, and they're dashing out. They're like, woohoo, I'm in the locker room, ha ha ha. A weird hooded guy. Like, basically, it's just, like, the cheerleader aspect is, like, so non-existent in it, except for just having the title and the ending. But I kind of love it for that. Like, the whole thing about... It's just funny because she becomes the cheerleader because kind of a dick in the movie, Becky. And I kept going, oh my God, you are just the wrong cheerleader, Becky. Oh my God.
You're wrong to be a cheerleader.
Yeah. Maybe the real wrong cheerleader, Becky, was you. And then Jen leaves.
Dun.
I also thought...
Just walks off.
The funny thing is
sad teen
also
song
at the beginning of
playing.
the film, they have the credit roll and everything, and then there's a scene of Becky
Mhm.
and Jen talking in the locker, leaving, telling Vivica A. Fox, saying, "Hey, there's like a weirdo in the locker somewhere." And she goes to check, and then boom, directed by David DeCoteau, just shows up.
And then you just screamed.
And then I screamed and I clapped. But you know what? That humble David DeCoteau let all the other people get their credits in and allowed us scene to establish the characters and Vivica A. Fox before he even put his name in it. Like, you don't see fucking Stanley Kubrick doing that shit. But David DeCoteau does, because he's a
Been
fucking real
very
director.
quiet since this movie dropped.
Stanley Kubrick's been pretty quiet ever since David DeCoteau started dropping all these Lifetime movies. I'm
These
just saying.
bangers.
He never misses. David DeCoteau never fucking misses, okay? Ignore any episode where I don't give David DeCoteau the victory. I just did that to make Cole feel better about himself. Because his recommendation sucked so much. I had to give it to him. It was a pity point. Every other point Cole got is legitimate, except for like the ones where I'm against David DeCoteau. I'm just saying it right now. But yeah, Rob shows up and he's dressed in the classic school shooter outfit of just like a black hoodie up.
Black
And,
hoodie,
like, black pants.
Yeah, hoodie's up. Totally not looking like a threat in any way.
Fucking, with his like bleached out, scarred white face and his like cut open like cheeks to give him a permanent smile. He's like, go to sleep, Becky.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
You didn't see anything.
Yeah, but she ends up hooking up with Rob because Rob's just like such a nice guy. But
Rob's a cool dude, okay?
He's like really nice and like he defends her honor by threatening to kill that guy when you looked at her butt.
Yeah, he's just being protective, okay? He's just trying to be a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with trying to murder somebody to
literally threaten to
so that they
fucking
don't scare
beat the
your
shit out of
girlfriend's
him
ass.
when she looks at your ass when you're bending down. Not even up the skirt, just look at her ass. There's like her dummy thick ass. He's like, yo, bro, did you look up your skirt? Pulls that phone. You're going to do anything, you're going to get canceled.
Trying to think you're canceled, bro.
And he's like, oh my god, you almost killed that guy. That's so sweet.
It's like so hot.
That is so attractive. Defending
God,
my honor
now-
like that.
It's not exactly alike, but it is now reminding me weirdly of Attack of the Clones when Anakin is just talking to Padme and he's like, yeah, I slaughtered all those Tusken Raiders, the men, women, and children like animals, and Padme's just like, oh, that's so hot. Slaughtering an entire tribe of Tusken Raiders because your mom died? Oh.
Is Rob the new Harden?
Fucking Trevor?
Fucking Trevor? Except for Robbie, like, fucking Chris? Did Chris tell you that? Did fucking Jen tell you that I almost murdered 10 people in a blind rage because they looked at the girl I like funny? Because I'll do it again, goddammit.
Not even trying to go like, yeah, that's all fake news. No, I'll fucking do it again because I don't let any girl out of my sight. I have to be the one in control.
The wrong cheerleader, but Rob is blatantly more and more evil, and like Becky just doesn't see it, can't get the hint.
She's just too oblivious because, she's...
It's her first boyfriend, guys. You have to understand.
You can't just take that away from her, You
never forget your first,
Exactly.
They're just like, yo, fucking, like, oh, and we get our iconic, half-naked men scene. Let's go, with they're all in the locker room. No tidy whities, unfortunately, but I guess
no
Lifetime wouldn't allow it.
Or slow caressing at all, kind of
David
disappointing.
DeCoteau's like, he's doing interviews, like, okay, look, Lifetime would not let me do a tidy whitey scene. I'm like, okay, listen, I need a half-naked boy scene in this film, or I'm walking from the production. And we compromised, so I got what I wanted in the end.
We got some shirtless boys. That's it.
That's all that we needed.
And that's the real important part.
Yeah, if it wasn't in there, it wouldn't really feel like a David DeCoteau film, if that wasn't there. And we got it, and I clapped. That was another one of my I clap moments. I clapped when the movie started. I clapped when Vivica Fox showed up. I clapped when David DeCoteau popped up on screen.
I clapped when Cool Cat showed up.
Cool Cat showed up. And then
Yeah,
he ripped
and
off his
said
head. It
it's
was
not
Rob.
cool when you paint on somebody's walls.
I clapped when fucking, the shirtless scene happened.
I clapped when that giant killer bee showed up.
Oh my god, you can never forget about that giant killer bee. And then Rob had to kill it.
Yep.
And then Becky was like, oh my god, you killed that poor defenseless bee. That's so fucking hot. Meanwhile, Jen's just like, Becky, for the love of God, he's killed like 5 people in cold blood. He killed them, spilled their blood, drank it for satanic rituals.
Okay, you wouldn't get it, Jen.
He was defending my honor, okay?
Just defensive for you.
He was a different guy, alright? It's different. You're blowing this out of proportion.
Okay, boys will be boys, alright?
Yeah, boys will be boys.
Anger and aggression out, They can't help it.
Jen literally goes to the girl that Rob was stalking, and she outright's like, yeah, he was super abusive. He stalked me. He broke into my house and tried to hurt me, and I got away. And then, like, Jen tells Becky this, and Becky's just like, it's just, you just don't get it, Jen.
Lies.
He's just, like, so nice.
Yeah, she just kind of brushes off and is like, yeah, those are lies. I don't believe you. Disgusting.
And then Jen's like, Becky, you are the wrong cheerleader.
Dun dun dun.
Like, the only time when she realizes that, like, something is wrong is when she goes over to Rob's house and sees his dad, and the dad doesn't know who he is. He's a bit of a jerk. He's like, you didn't tell your dad about us?
About me?
I'm starting to think that, there is something wrong with you. Like, that's it. That's the straw that breaks the camel's back for, is just like, oh, you didn't tell your dad about me? And he's just
Even
like...
though I told him all about you, we're supposed to be even.
And then, like, Rob slaps her, and it's just like, whoops, sorry. Your face should have been where my hand was when I swung at you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, you're totally right. And that's not like a warning sign. She's still 6, and it's like, oh my god, you're totally right, Rob. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have put my face where your hand was going.
It's all my fault.
It's all my fault. Following the book of Tessa, where you just forgive Harden for, like, everything.
Just creating the most, just keeping up the cycle of toxicity.
Harden's off on the side. He's like, you're done well, Rob, following how I get a woman.
You've done well, Rob.
He fits the MO, remember? Fucking, no. Does Harden have a mom, or does she leave? Harden's mom leaves him, right? That's like the same thing.
Oh, fuck.
Or am I mixing up I think I'm mixing up my after lore with my 50 Shades of Grey lore. Because I'm pretty sure Mr. Gray's mom's still around. But I think Harden's mom leaves the family.
Yes, his dad married... Yeah, his mom basically leaves. And then his dad married that other lady. And he was stepbrothers with that guy that Tessa met at her first college course.
The black guy that we joked about, Harden gave him the Michael Jackson disease.
Yeah, we joked about Harden being like a advocate for eugenics. Yeah. And Harden was like a massive racist.
Super racist, super sexist. Fucking wanted like genocide.
Yep.
So yeah, Rob is just the American Harden pretty much. That's what I feel like we're getting at here. His whole thing is being shitty to Becky and then going like, no, Becky, I can change. I'm a good person. And then Becky's like, okay, Rob, I love you so much. And Jen goes like, Becky, you're the wrong cheerleader.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, and then fade to black. And then headed commercial, except not really.
Well, yeah, because the way I watched it was on YouTube, and every time it was the fade, I'm like, oh, yay, we get to go to the next scene and not have a bunch of commercials playing.
Yeah, it's the same thing on my thing. There was a fade in, fade out, pretty much.
Mostly because, yeah, it's a made-for-TV movie, so you gotta have those
for the commercials.
Ad blocks.
Yeah, but eventually enough becomes enough because Jen's just like, okay, you know what, if you won't believe me, I'm literally just going to bring the girl over to you to straight up tell you that Rob is a psychopathic piece of shit. And then Becky's just like, and then Amanda's just like, yeah, he like chased me, he beat me, He fucking killed my dog and like my entire family, and then he tried to murder me, but I got away. And Becky's like, okay, I guess Rob has like a problem, but
Maybe
like
he does have a problem.
but I can fix him, guys. Like, I think you're like taking this a little too far.
You guys, I think you're being a little too harsh, you know? Like, have you ever had a boyfriend be this protective of you?
Guys, he only beats me because he loves me, okay? You just don't get it.
Yeah, it's just
And
it's
then
a
Amanda's
love
like,
thing. You
you
just
know what,
don't
Becky?
understand.
You're right. I'm gonna get back together with Rob. And then Jen's like, no, Amanda, you're the wrong cheerleader. I mean, Becky,
Dun, dun,
you're the wrong
dun.
cheerleader. Dun dun dun. Yeah, Becky also talks to her mom about it, and then her mom's just like, oh, he's a recovering alcoholic. By the way, your dad, who died in a car accident, actually, he's also an
Was
alcoholic.
an alcoholic.
Yeah, he was actually an
I kind of
alcoholic.
love that twist that he's an alcoholic at like 18. Sorry, a recovering alcoholic at 18. Like, when did he start drinking? When he was 9?
Probably.
He's like a 13-year-old kid going to AA, just being like, "Hey,
I'll do it again,
sorry,
motherfuckers.
hey, I'm Rob. I'm
Rob.
alcoholic.
I'll
Hey,
do it
Rob.
again. I'm going back to drink. Bye.
I'll fucking do it again."
Yeah, I'll fucking do it again.
Haha.
Yeah, Rob 13 looks exactly 30 like he does when he's 18. That's why he's able to drink so much.
Mm.
I
That's
love
I mean, those fake IDs just work out so well.
I still think it's hilarious how she's just like, oh, Rob's a recovering alcoholic. I just want you to know, your dad was also an alcoholic. Just like FYI, I just want to drop that bomb on you.
Like, that's why your dad died. He was in a drunk driving incident, and I
See?
didn't want to tell you this until now.
Yeah, because you're dating a recovering alcoholic, and I just want to say, get that bitch out of here.
It was very fitting to put in.
I just thought, while we were on the subject, I might as well bring it up now. I was looking for the right time, and since you're dating an alcoholic, I feel like, this is pretty good time to tell you the truth.
This works.
And he's like, wow, Mom, you're right. I guess I gotta break up with Rob. And Rob's just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna... Instead of, like, kidnapping her mom while she's at the house, he shows up to the house where the mom is at, so he can take a picture of where the mom works and leaves, so he could call the mom from the house he's just
Pretending
at
to be the vice principal
to come over so he could kidnap her. Which, that just feels like a whole lot of work when she was literally right fucking there.
And he didn't even, like, try to do, like, an impressionable voice that was like, hey, I'm the VP. He just talks in his regular voice, but she just doesn't catch on.
Hey, it's the vice principal I'm calling. I'm a 13-year-old boy. Something happened to Becky. She was the wrong cheerleader.
Dun dun dun. You gotta come over quick.
I need to tell you first face to face. Oh,
Totally not suspicious.
yep, come over. Yeah, I gotta go. The fucking vice principal's like a baby or something, and I gotta go talk to him. Yeah, but instead he just gets fucking kidnapped. And he was just like, turns out, you're the wrong cheerleader.
Dun, dun, dun. What a twist.
Yeah, what a twist.
What a twist.
Yeah, what a twist. And then basically he's just like, Becky's talking, he's like to Vivica A5. It's like, yeah, everything. Oh yeah, I forgot. They go to the police because the big thing is Amanda goes missing. Because
yes, she gets abducted from work by Rob,
and we never see her again after that. So she's probably just fucking dead.
She could be dead for all we know.
And by the way, Becky's still like pro Rob at that point, where she's just like, Jen's like, Becky, he fucking kidnapped her. Amanda literally told us she almost got kidnapped by Rob, and now she's missing. And he's like, you don't know that. That might not be the case. I think you might be blowing this a little out of proportion.
It's all up to interpretation, okay?
Oh my god, you're just upset, Becky, because you're not the center of attention anymore, okay? Now that I have Rob in my life, you're just jealous. That's just how it is. And then, like,
you just don't get our love, okay?
You keep saying it to me, but honestly, Jen, I think you're the wrong cheerleader. Da-da-da.
Even though you've been doing this longer. this cheerleading.
Oh god, I forgot the funny line where there's the line to see the fucking to see who makes it, and every time someone goes, they're like, and then leave. And the next person goes, oh, and it's just that, and then she goes, oh my god, I made it in.
Yeah, it's like the Wii Sports people.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's very funny. And then yeah, that's like when we first see Rob, totally not looking like a weird serial killer.
Because he definitely did not look like that at all in his rest of his
No.
appearances and his sweatshirt hoodie combo.
And he's also got the sleeveless shirt on to show how cool he is.
And we got to see him with his shirt off.
Yep.
Honestly, he's pretty peak, not gonna lie.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, but he kidnapped the mom, steals her car with her in the back, and basically,
Yep.
as Becky's talking to Vika A. Fox and how everything is going well, she's like, oh, that's my mom's car. He's like, okay, have fun, go do your thing. And then Rob's just like, get in the passenger seat. And get in the front seat with me. He's like, oh, please don't kill my mom, Rob. I still have that flower you gave me. And then, boom, pepper spray to the face.
Damn.
And that's a setup. It gets set up at the beginning where Vika Ace Falls like, yo, remember to carry pepper spray on you. And then she did. Although she did it wrong. You split T motion, so you get the eyes and the nose and the mouth. Did she not watch Gun Self-Defense for ladies and for men too?
Hey, Derek did release it, but he did change the title to Guns, Knives, and Mace. Guns Self-Defense for All, so now she's got the opportunity to actually know,
Yeah, exactly. That is so fucking... He sprays her in the face with the pepper spray, and the incapacitating gets out, and then as he like starts to recover and walks away, Vika A. Fox just shows up and fucking pepper sprays him again. That is fucking hilarious. And he's like,
and he's got super red eyes.
And then it's fucking great, and he's just like, looks like you messed with the wrong cheerleader. And then you fucking clap because Vivica A. Fox said it.
Nice.
And then Rob gets arrested, and he's just like, I have a daughter, and she's also a cheerleader, and she also has black hair, and you also kidnapped her. My daughter's Amanda. And he's like, ha,
what
funny.
A twist.
What a twist. He gets arrested, and then Becky goes, you know what, Vivica A. Fox, you were right. He did mess with the wrong cheerleader. Cuts to black. They so nice they did it twice. Fucking stood up, clapped. I fucking came.
I'm ripping my hair out.
My fucking clothes exploded, leaving me only in my tidy whities. I fucking came on sight. I shit, pissed, and cum in pure excitement.
Diarrhea everywhere.
Diarrhea, fucking like a fucking rocket. It was
God.
It was like the fucking Exorcist, but instead of vomit, it was fucking diarrhea.
And cum.
Yeah, and cum. And piss too.
Yeah, it's all the three.
I knew it was probably gonna happen if I watched this film, but I did it anyway.
Cool. Very cool.
But man, you know what? I had a fucking great old time. It makes me want to watch all the other films on that DVD set, because if they're on the level of fucking The Wrong Cheerleader, like damn, I gotta get it. The only flaw is it does get a little repetitive on the Jen, Becky for the love of God, Rob's evil.
Yeah.
And then it's just like no, he's not. You're just jealous. But, like, still 10 out of 10 masterpiece, as all David DeCoteau works are.
Of course.
Of course. Naturally. Do you have anything more you'd like to add for The Wrong Cheerleader?
No.
Alright, well, I'm done with everything I want to say. I've gushed enough about The Wrong Cheerleader. Well, actually, no, I can gush on forever, but, we can only talk about it so much, so I gotta stop myself now.
Alright, so, now that we're done with the movies, what is your favorite of the two?
Guess.
I'm gonna say Wrong Cheerleader.
Nope, it was Superman 3. Richard Pryor's the GOAT, baby.
Damn it.
Yeah, maybe get L ratio, throw yourself into the sun like all the nukes. But no, it was going to be The Wrong Cheerleader. I was hoping maybe Superman: The Quest for Peace would give it maybe a run for its money, but nah. The fucking second that Vivica A. Fox fucking shows up, and like the moment that David DeCoteau's name popped up, like 5 minutes after the final credit scene happened and the scene played out, it was fucking
Mm-hmm.
over. It was all fucking over for it.
True.
Superman: The Quest for Peace had no fucking chance.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna also. I do think I would also agree with. Um.
You agree that Superman 3 should win? Yes,
Yes.
Richard Pryor, baby. You can't. If only David DeCoteau got to make a film with Richard Pryor, they would have been unstoppable. Yeah, but sorry, you can keep going.
But yeah, I do think. I mean, I think both movies were pretty entertaining overall. I think we did have a good pick this time around, but I will say the story was a lot more coherent in Wrong Cheerleader, even as cliched as it was. It still had that, oh, what's going to happen next? Like, this is crazy, guys. And then, pepper spray, awesome.
Oh, the iconic double pepper spray. Vivica A.
The
Fox.
pepper spray plot twist.
Vivica A. Fox saying the title of the movie, and then fucking them saying it again as the final line of the film. American Hardens in this movie. God. But that's victory for my boy David. He never loses. Incredible, amazing, just
Amazing.
warms my heart.
Masterful.
I will say this: it's not in my top 10, but it is in my top 20. The Wrong Cheerleader.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's technically my second favorite DeCoteau we've covered on here. Yeah, Dr. Alien's still my first and still in the top 10, but then The Wrong Cheerleader is the second one, which is at 17. Then followed by Dream Maniac. After Dream Maniac, I think it's 1313. No, Beach Babes from Beyond. That'll be the next one. After that, it's Creepazoids. Let's see, keep going. Then Sorority Slaughterhouse. Then I think after that, we're on to 1313 Giant Killer Bees is after that. Yes, 1313 Giant Killer Bees.
Yep.
Then after that, it should be, I think, the Halloween Puppy. And then I think after Halloween Puppy, I think the last one is DB Cooper versus Bigfoot. Yeah, last one is Bigfoot versus DB Cooper. That should be all the DeCoteaus we've covered. But yeah, there we go. David DeCoteau, he did it. The crazy son of a bitch. He did it again.
Did it again. Okay, now moving on to questions.
Yep. Now we move on to questions. Remember, if you have questions, to ask them, so that way we can answer them. We have 4 questions, because I'm not counting Timmy's meme question. I refuse to acknowledge it. I don't even know if he would make it this far in the episode, because we didn't mention Evangelion once this episode so far. I don't know if he'd hold his attention long enough. But we'll start. Our first question is from Jules, which is, question for the next episode: what's the sexiest sexy sex scene in cinema history?
The sexiest sexy sex scene. Okay.
I've heard Irreversible has a really good sex scene in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even gonna go there.
I loved how you just instinctively said yeah and then had to stop yourself. That was fucking that was great.
It's definitely a scene. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, but I'm trying to actually legitimately think of this. Sexiest sex.
It has to be when Turkey fucks the slut in Thanksgiving.
Oh, the girl whose legs are harder to shut than the John Benet Ramsey case.
Oh snap!
Such a good original joke,
It must be harder to shut
So
than
good.
John Benet Ramsey's legs.
Damn it! Now you screwed it up.
I'm just referencing the movie, bro.
Damn it, Darren.
I'm also trying to think of a bit more of a serious answer.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like
I say
serious.
like serious answers. I'm just looking at all the Nefarious Reels recommendations as if that's gonna help me. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to make the joke that in the Wrong Cheerleader when they're doing the cheerleading practice, and I said during the movie that like Vivica A. Fox is leading them in the shimmy slide. I'm so
Mm.
upset at myself. That would have been such a banger joke. Sexiest sex scene is the one in
Oh.
the 50 Shades Darker because they play the bum bitty 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 bum bum song during it.
Oh yes, of course.
Bum bitty 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 bum bum.
I mean,
Bum
you could
bitty
say
bitty bitty
anything
bum.
from 50 Shades, obviously, or after.
The sex scene in Bolero where they end up in that when they have sex, they end up in like the fucking hell planet from Dead Space.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should look for more serious answers. Let me go to
I'm
films. Let me change the
yeah, I'm
genre to
actually just
romance.
kind of looking. Doop-a-doop. Um, there is one I actually did have in mind. Now that it came to be, The Handmaiden from Park Chan-wook.
I have not seen The Handmaiden, but I do know it's on my watch list.
It is really good. I would recommend watch the theatrical cut. It is on Amazon Prime. It's in because the director's cut changes some ordering of scenes,
And you
is
feel
what I
like
have
it's less
heard.
effective?
Yeah, so it makes it less effective
Oh
with
no.
some twists, with some reveals that happen within the movie.
Oh no. Cole, a Goofy movie is listed as a romance film. Max.
My.
Max.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I'm looking through my romance things. I don't think I watch enough films that have just sex scenes in them, or at least none that aren't just dirty, disgusting pervert movies where the
I was
sex
about
is
to
just like
say, I'm
sloppy.
trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think of where like the sex actually, feels like it's passionate and all that, and
See, the problem is all
not
films and
something
films
like
are just
blue is the
standard
warmest
and
color,
safe, and all the fucking sloppy, passionate sex just looks is on shitty film and looks like garbage.
and it just feels like porn sometimes, depending on who is directing.
I'm going to say any film that has sex in it that's directed by David DeCoteau is the sexiest sexy sex scene. That's my official
Sure.
answer, locking it in.
Yeah, I'll give shout out to The Handmaiden. Let's also, now that I just hit the filter on romance, let's go with Nora too, just because. Let's get Nora some love.
All right. All right. Well, with that, we can move on
Okay.
to our next question, which is from Mattias, which is best CGI characters. Let me go to my films watch. Go to genre. Change it to animation.
Does Roger Rabbit count? Oh,
It's
wait,
not.
no, that's
It's
not
not
CGI. That's
CG.
just 2D. Damn it.
Here, I'll please Timmy this episode, and I'll list an anime. Kimono Friends. Those are all CG characters, and I really like that show, and all the characters are good. But Hululu, the Humboldt Penguin's my favorite. So I'm gonna pick that
Kimono
one.
Friends.
No,
Okay.
no, no. Kimono Friends. That's what the show's
Kimono.
called. Hululu is the name of the character I listed. Honestly, Kimono Friends has an absolute banger OP. So, like, post that in
I'm
music, and if
honestly
Timmy
waiting to find
badmouths
an
it, he's a fake
animator that
anime fan.
doesn't have a banger OP.
Yeah, well, you haven't
I haven't
heard.
listened to one
You
yet.
haven't heard the Komodo Friends OP.
All right. Just so I can make sure I spell it right, and I'll listen to it later. How do you spell the exact show name?
It's a Kimono Friends. It's a K-K-E.
KKE?
No, sorry, I was swallowing.
Oh,
So no,
KE.
yeah, it's Kemono Friends.
Okay. Kimono Friends. All right. I will listen to that later.
Listen to the OP. Also, watch the season. Watch season 1. That's really good. There's a lot of heart, and then they dropped the ball in season 2, mainly because of the comp studio that made it, Kadokawa. So if you're gonna watch Komodo Friends, just watch
Okay.
season 1. You can skip season 2. And then after you watch season 1 of Komodo Friends, then you can look into Great Coon. And then you get to experience real romance. You know what? Poe from Kung Fu Panda. He's a pretty great CG character. He's literally me. He's a fat slob with like nothing going for him, but like he becomes the Dragon Warrior, and like I could do that. Okay, no, that's unfair to me. I'm not fat. I'm just a regular slob. I'm just a regular slob with nothing going for him. But yeah, I think Poe is probably a really good CG character. The Amazing Bulk, naturally, he's one of the best CG characters we've ever had.
Obviously,
Got to talk about
Barney the Purple Dinosaur.
The Amazing Bulk, a film that won its episode, so you know it's good.
It's the greatest movie ever.
Yeah.
Of course.
That fucking anime girl from Jellyfish Eyes. The random ass anime girl appearance.
Yep, that was surely something.
Anime girl jump scare.
What about Toothless, maybe? Like any of those dragon designs from the animated How to Train Your Dragon?
Killer Bean from Killer Bean Forever.
Oh, of course. You gotta talk about Killer Bean.
Yeah. Also, Wall-E. Wall-E's a fucking icon, honestly.
Yep.
It's on the Criterion. It's on the Criterion Collection. That's how based and epic he is.
You know, also another really good one. The design of Caesar in the new Planet of the Apes trilogy. That's a good CGI design.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movies, but like it looks really great in like the trailers and stuff. So
I think I remember I sent you that pic. They had on their helmet written "Bedtime for Bonzo."
That was pretty based. I can't deny. But is there a scene where monkeys start throwing poop at people? Because if there is, I'll watch it. I'll watch that one.
Maybe the first one? I think Rise for the Planet of the Apes does, but I can't remember.
Okay, that's all the CG people that like come to mind for me.
I guess if we also have to throw it out there too, let's just throw in the Na'vi from Avatar.
I mean, I guess also Shrek. We can throw in Shrek too.
Yep, Shrek.
All right, move on to our third question. What bad movie would make the best video game?
Blood Rain.
Okay, I was waiting to see if one of us would say a video game movie. I was gonna say I thought you'd go for Street Fighter first. There's a little bad movie called
Blood
Street
Rain was
Fighter.
the first game to mind for some reason.
For me, it was a Street Fighter. Barbie Video Game Hero, make that into a video game. You already got the framework and everything. Bedtime for Bonzo, just because I just want to see what the heck they would make from that.
Mm-hmm. Beware Children at Play.
Yeah, final level, you kill all the children.
Exactly.
Just going through all our recommendations, see if or at least the ones I have ranked. So let's see if there's anything maybe interesting. I think I had one in mind. I slipped my mind. You could probably do Southland Tales, actually. Like, it's all a bunch of bullshit, but you could probably construct all the bullshittery around in a way to, like, a level structure thing. Like, maybe like a GTA game or something.
What else? The Fred trilogy.
Explain.
Open world an open world sandbox game. You just kind of do shenanigans, I guess, and the weirder shit you do, the more points you get, maybe something like that. Yeah. And then you do karaoke and you start singing The Last Day of School's the best day of school and everything about camp. And you also have the Camp I Want a PP storyline. Stuff like that.
I guess Congo? Like, Congo feels like a film that would have its own video game tie-in, I feel like.
It feels like an adventure one. You could definitely do.
A Minecraft movie, you could probably make a video game from that premise.
Yeah, that Minecraft movie definitely could have a video game adaptation.
It's still a little wild to me that even though I was the one that recommended that we actually covered a Minecraft movie, a modern era film on the pod, like a
movie
this year,
released this year.
Yeah, like still in theaters and everything. Like I actually went to the theaters to watch it.
Like I think the most recent movie that we talked about from this decade
that
wasn't a Minecraft movie. I think it was Dear Evan Hansen. Oh no,
No,
it was
no,
the after movies.
no.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Not Curse of Bigfoot. Bigfoot's Bride.
Bigfoot's Bride.
Because I'm pretty sure
Wait. When was Bigfoot Exorcist?
No, but yeah, Bigfoot Extras. That's what I meant to say. Bigfoot Exorcist.
Because Bigfoot Bride was like 2020. Yeah. Nope. Yep. You got me. As
Yeah, I remember because I bought both
Walter
of us
White
the
would say.
DVD and they didn't fucking get delivered when it said it would, and we had to wait a whole extra month, and we had to change the recommendation. We had to wait a whole another like month
Yeah,
or
it
two for it.
sucked.
Yeah, I know you were so heartbroken that you didn't get your DVD copy of Bigfoot Exorcist on time.
I was so disappointed. You don't.
He was
Yeah.
never the same after that, guys. Honestly, if I had to do some non-Nefarious Reels recommendations,
Ooh, yeah. Let's go that route.
you can actually probably make a movie from the bad CGI Gator, which is just kind of a joke movie that was made by Full Moon about like, oh my god, there's a terrible CGI Gator, but that could be probably its own like silly little video game. I won't take any more low-hanging fruit from that.
Let's go to my low-rated movies.
Luckily, I've seen like more than Bullet Train. You could probably make a video game for that, like a fighting game on the train as you go through it.
Yeah, Bullet Train. That could have been so much better.
Yeah, I mean, like the potential. I guess a flaw is apparently it's based off a book, so like maybe they just try to fold more into that.
Ooh, because now that something perked my interest. Now looking at some of my rated movies, because 28 years later's coming out, 28 weeks later could do something, kind of like like if you remember that game Plague Inc. You kind of do something like that, but you do more of like instead of making the virus, you're trying to like handle the quarantine protocols and all that, and
I just thought you wanted to fly a helicopter through the hordes of zombies.
Oh, that too.
That's a bonus level stage. That's a bonus level stage.
Yeah, that's like that secret level you get once you complete the game. Anything else? Anything Cool Cat? Definitely. Like a Cool Cat versus Dirty Dog situation.
Okay, so next question is our last one, which is more for you, but I don't know, maybe I can spin it around for something for me too. Which is from Ben, which is favorite and least favorite Twin Peaks characters. And this is a more question for you, because I've never seen Twin Peaks. That's something I kind of want to see on my own time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more for you, and I don't know what kind of counterpart I can talk about to balance out the Twin Peakness. So I don't know. I'll just I'll pick my favorite.
Think about that, and
I don't know. I'll talk about my favorite
about
character.
Peaks.
I'll talk about my favorite and least favorite character from Survivor Gabon, which is one of my favorite Survivor seasons, because you guys know nothing about that. So it's fair. Depending how many characters you talk about will depend how many I talk about.
All right. So favorites. Obviously, we got to go with Dale Cooper, special agent, FBI agent Dale Cooper. FBI director Gordon Cole, played by David Lynch himself.
And his last name's Cole. It's just like he's literally you.
Yeah, I mean, he's also my Discord profile pic, too. So, yeah, he's literally me. Who else? There's so many characters, and there's some that, like, go kind of here and there, where it's like, I like him in some episodes, and others it's just like, eh. But if I had to pick a couple other favorites, I mean, like, the whole Twin Peaks Sheriff's Department's kind of fun. You got Deputy Hawk, you got Sheriff Harry S. Truman, you got Andy. You also got some more of the high schoolers who can be kind of interesting here and there. You got a Eraserhead guy back in Jack Nance as Pete. Norma Jennings, she's probably the most normal person in Twin Peaks that doesn't have too much going on other than a marriage trouble. That's about it. But honestly, if we're going into the worst, it's probably James And this is one thing I will say about Twin Peaks. Season 2 gets very inconsistent, and James has a subplot that is so uninteresting that you're just it definitely tanks some of the quality at points, and it's just like, oh, can we get to somewhere else? Like, even if some of these other subplots aren't as interesting, can we please get away from James? He has not much going for him except, oh, he's got a motorcycle and he's
What else do
just
you need?
there. I mean, that is fair, but
Damn, you got me.
you know, he dicks around trying to fuck a blonde bimbo for like half the season. It feels like half the season. It's like 5 episodes, but it feels like forever that this subplot goes on, and it's just like, oh my god, I don't care. Just get away from James, please. And then he just kind of leaves. He's like, peace.
All right, so I wasn't really keeping count. So is that all of them?
That I can think of, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
one more. Laura as a favorite.
all right. Okay, I wasn't keeping track, so I'm just gonna do 2 that I really like and 2 that I don't like. I mean, granted, I think Gabon, all the characters are great, so it's not. Don't take the bad ones with like a grain of salt, because
Okay.
I think they're all good. So I guess I'll start with my faves. First, I gotta talk about my beloved early boot, Jillian. Definitely, it helps that she lives in my hometown at the time, so
Oh.
that was pretty cool and epic. And I actually got to meet her at an event, which is also super cool. But she's like an absolute icon. She's like this old lady. She's seen as like the weakest, but like she avoids getting voted out first because the other person is just really fucking bad at the social game. Like, holy fuck. Like, we need to watch Gabon, honestly. Like, Gabon needs to be experienced, actually. You know what? In fact, I'm changing the season. I don't want to talk about it because I have to make you watch Gabon because you have to watch it on your own. I don't want to spoil that. So I'm going to change the season to a more random one. Instead I'll talk about 43, the season 43. So a fave of mine, I love because I know a lot of people, I like 43, but a lot of people don't like it. So I feel like I don't have a reason to show you that because I'm not going to show you a season you're probably not going to like. So 43, I love the winner Gabler. He's an older guy. He's like 50 something. He's got like the beard. He's wearing camo out there. He calls himself the Alligabler. He's fucking a kooky guy, and he's really fun. And then he comes out and he wins it. He wins the whole damn thing. That's fucking awesome. And it helps he was also my winner pick, because I really liked his beard-mustache combo. There's literally a part in a challenge, an endurance challenge, where he's holding up a weighted bucket, and he starts, like, dedicating minutes to people, and at one point he's like, I dedicated this next minute to, like, my furry son, which he was talking about his dog, but he referred to him as his furry son, and that was really funny.
I thought when you said that, I thought it was going to be like, oh, his son's a furry. Like, his human son identifies as a furry.
No, he was referring to his dog, but he calls it his furry son, and that was iconic. It's pretty peak. He literally just throws out a name during a reward feast where he's just like, let's just enjoy the meal. And he just goes, Ellie went through my bag at the start of the game. And then that gets her out of the game, which is like absolutely iconic. I threw Ellie's name out there to throw Ellie's name out. Oh my god, icon.
Funny.
Least favorite. I'm not a big fan of Cassidy. I think she's a little underrated. She has a bit of an ego. She is like the runner-up of the season. To be fair, I think part of my dislike for her is how much during while it was happening, how much the Survivor fandom was like hyping. I was like, she's gonna be the winner. Oh my god, this is what the edit's saying. It's foretold. Wasn't a big fan of her. I don't really like hate her. I found her kind of more like annoying overall. It was pretty epic that she lost. It was pretty great. There's a great face when she's realizing she's about to lose to Gabler that I should send you. I think it's pretty cool. Another fave I have, a second fave is Ryan. Ryan's great. He's a bit of a doofus. He's like a strong guy, but he's a bit of a doofus. He's just like, he puts like a big focus on trying to get food for everyone, and while he's away, everyone's just like, where is Ryan? We're talking about strategy. Where is he? And he's just out there fucking doing his own thing. He like throws like a comp when he doesn't even have the numbers to try to vote out someone else, and it like fails, and he loses like his ally. He's just a really goofy guy. And there's a scene where he's talking about, like, when I get home, I'm gonna have a pizza burrito, and it's when you get some like a really big burrito, and then you put it on a pizza, and then you roll up the pizza to eat it, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's iconic. And my last least favorite, I would say, is I guess if I had to choose, I guess it'd probably be Sammy. He's 19, and that's basically his entire character, is that he's 19.
He's just young.
He's just young. He repeats a lot. Usually, if you're like 18 or 19 Survivor, your edit's going to be fucked because it's gonna all be about how, like, you're actually 18 or 19. You're playing Survivor.
One of the group.
You're a teenager. You're playing Survivor. That basically is what's gonna become of your edit. And yeah, it kind of sucks. But he does hit the gritty at one point, so take that as what you will.
So excited.
And that's my 2 and 2.
Okay.
So with that, we could now. Oh wait, no, that's actually you. That's you, babe. You're leading the episode.
All right. So now we're moving on to recommendations, and normally I would have Ninjedi take away and pick his retro, but I am gonna propose a trilogy. Oh my god, there we go. Now
you're just gonna ask politely for a trilogy. I can say no.
Yes, I am gonna get a trilogy, and I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but we've already done one of these movies, and I want to get the rest done. Pulling one from the Book of Sardonicast, because listening to the episode, I wanted to relive some nostalgia a little bit. So we're doing the rest of the Fantastic Four movies. So 2005's Fantastic Four, 2007's Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, and then 2015's Fant4stick.
I don't know, isn't one of them actually like a good movie?
I guess it depends on who you talk to, but I mean, early on, both these movies were kind of not loved. Like, there's not been a Fantastic Four movie that's been really loved, so.
I mean, yeah, sure, I'll give them a shot. Why not? Let's see. Fantastic Four is on Disney Plus.
I think they're all
Fantastic
on Disney
Four.
Plus.
Well, that saves me a bit of money then. Yeah, that one's on there, and the remake that I know nobody fucking likes. Yeah, they're all on Disney Plus, so that saves me some time. But,
yeah.
So if you don't want to get spoiled for the Fantastic Four trilogy, I guess, I don't know what to call it, because we technically already modern Fantastic Four trilogy, I guess I'll say.
Yeah, the 21st century Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's a better 21st century Fantastic Four. How about checking out those movies in advance? And also, hey, how about liking and subscribing? That'd be pretty cool. And you can also ask us questions too, I guess. That could be pretty epic. And, we got a Blue Sky account. Never update on there. We got Spotify. Never update there. And you guys all have a good day and have a happy Morbius.
Happy Morbius, happy Wrong Cheerleader.
Happy Wrong Cheerleader, happy
The Quest for Peace.
Happy Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Happy Lex Luthor.
Happy David DeCoteau.
Happy David DeCoteau. Definitely happy half-naked shirt guys.
Nephew Lenny.
Happy Killer Bees. Happy Creepazoids. Happy Beach Base from Beyond.
Happy Dr. Alien.
Yep, happy Dream Maniac, happy Creepazoids, happy Halloween Puppy, happy Bigfoot vs. DB Cooper, happy 13.
Happy everything else in David DeCoteau's filmography.
Yeah, everything. Bye-bye.
Bye.